Hello everyone and good evening. We are here, I'm not going to say at a late evening tonight in the toy barn, but it's climbing that way. It seems like our days the last several times we've done some shots here. It's been about 6:30 towards 7 o'clock. So that sounds bad, but guys, it's really good if you're a reseller on eBay, Mercari, Poshmark, and even whatnot whenever that happens. The longer it takes you to get things on and done is good, because that means you're selling.
That's right.
And you, if you're a reseller like we are and you do your livelihood here, as in 100% for me, Kathy is part-time sometimes. Eventually she's going to get back to full-time, because you know how things go. But being busy is good. You never don't want to be busy unless you're taking a vacation and maybe sitting on a beach. Then you want to have a little bit of relaxation time and just be able to take in the sights and the scenery and walk around the boulevards and all that. But if you're busy, that means you're making money, and that's exactly what we want to hear that each and every one of us are doing as resellers online. Now guys, before we get into what we've sold, how many we sold, and where we sold, I want to give a shout out to Shed Flips, and I want to tell them that I had to apologize to them because we had a tragic issue this last week that we didn't know took place until we got contacted by our bank. My card that I use to take and pay my sponsorship of their channel, and they are a proud sponsor of Madcap Toys, and we're a proud sponsor of Shed Flips.
We're Shed Heads.
Yeah, we are Shed Heads, and they're just Madcap Toyers, ain't they, baby?
Well, whatever they want to
call us, whatever they want, right? But we took and we had an issue where my card got hacked. And I contacted Lonnie because I said, hey, Lonnie, I'm so sorry. And Candace, because I didn't know which one of them I'd get. I figured I'd get one or both of them, and they'd read it. Yeah, my card got hacked, and I didn't know, and I had totally forgot. It left my mind trying to get things reorganized with that and everything we had hooked to that card. You know how it goes. I had forgot to put in a new card back into the Shed Flips group. And so I got a notice, what was it, yesterday? That said, hey, we wasn't able to pay your $2.95, 98 cents or $1.98, whatever it is over there that they're charging. So you don't have your membership now because we weren't able to charge because your card says it don't exist no more or something. And I thought, uh-oh. So we hurried on, and Kathy and I rushed around. We got the new card on. So again, I want to apologize to them guys, because that totally, I spaced out on it. It just got beyond me at the time, so busy doing everything else. But I really appreciate them saying, hey, they sent me a message back to say, hey, Daren, because I contacted them at eBay, don't worry about it. And we had a good little conversation back and forth, just a little short thing. But, you know, I hated that I made that mistake and that we had that issue happen.
Life happens.
Yeah, it happens, but it bugged me because I like to stay up on top of those things, especially dealing with commitments that I make as a businessman to keep things going, because I appreciate their support, and I don't want them to think that we don't support their channel, because we do, and we're proud to do so. But today, guys, we have also been selling on 3 of our 4 sites that we list on. We sold at Madcap Toys, we sold at Madcap Toys Plus, and we sold at Poshmark.
That's right.
Mercari's been a little dead for us, guys. We have bursts that happen where we'll get 3, 4, 5 sales sometimes. We used to get that in days, in a day. Now it seems like it'll be a burst of that through a period of days.
Well, maybe I should do what I did a few days ago and deactivate and reactivate again.
Which you guys have probably, if you've watched it, you've probably seen that video. And today's video is for this coming Monday. So guys, if you haven't seen the video talking about how we boosted our sales on Mercari, make sure that you check that video out, because Kathy did a trick that worked. Now, I cannot tell you, like I said in the comments on that video below, that this trick's going to work every time, or that it's going to work and necessarily make it happen and jumpstart it all the time. But for us, as of late, it seems to really have made a little bit of a difference.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mercari has overall some issues. I don't know why, but since they've joined us up with Japan, it just seems like the U.S. is getting pushed down a little bit, or they bungled up the site and there's too much stuff going in there and they're trying to mix it, and the items that everybody's been putting on, it's not being seen near as much. But, you know, hopefully this gets lined out and washed out in the wash as it was, to where things get back to normal, where we start making normal sales. Because there was a couple of times that we was telling you several months ago, our Mercari sales were outselling our eBay sales. And that is why Kathy and I decided to start out a secondary store, because the main store was going stagnant for a little bit. And we fixed that. We're trying to work through it. It seems like things are working little by little better on the store. But I don't really even believe it's our items. I don't believe it's our pricing, because we've done this for 24 going on 25 years here. And we've always kept up and appraised of the issues going on. But a lot of this is just eBay working on their site and messing everything up. And they literally are shutting the site down. Case in point today, and I know this is a little bit longer introduction than usual, and Kathy's just raring to go over there. Yeah. But guys, I had the site on eBay today on the main store when I was listing DVDs, CDs, and cassettes, etc. on the site today. I had it break on me. I had two instances today that I want to talk to you about for just a few moments. One said, "Hey guy, it's not you, it's us." Okay, you guys are all used to seeing that page come up, right? It's not you, it's us. We'll be back up in a few minutes. Then I had an issue I've never had happen that I can remember in the last several months. I would list an item, and instead of the item going over saying blah is listed, basically, it would just stay at a white page. The site would be like it was broken and thinking. And I just sat there thinking, well, what should I do? Should I try to hit the back button, which never do that.
No.
You'll regret it.
Yes.
Or should I take and refresh the page to see what happens? Or should I just sit here and wait for a couple moments and see what happens? Well, I sat there and waited. It took literally a minute and a half. And that page all of a sudden got back to normal and said, blah, blah, blah is listed. So whatever they're doing, it is affecting the stores in some fashion as of late. But guys, we have had a pretty good day. It's not been a great day. We've had some stuff. We've had a couple items that we had to cancel one. Our son Jordan had a sale that he also had to cancel at his store. So that sort of affected the numbers a little bit over here. And we had, not bad, but we had a couple really good days, and we had a really bad day.
What I like is the consistency, because we've been filming each and every day, and we've got items up, and so if we've got items up, why not
Right. We are trying to take and keep our videos going and pushed out, because like you see, some people, guys, and it's everybody's whatever they want to do. We try not to give you so many items that this video has to be an hour and a half long each time. Now, I can't promise at the holiday time we might not get some of those videos, because if I get 50 items that's brought in here via the various sites, I'm going to shout them all out, because most of the time you got to get those items out. True. Kathy and I know how it is, and she also knows a lot of times she's upstairs working on printing and preparing the shipping for us, and her and I or whoever it is at the time that's able brings the items down, puts them in the shipping location, takes the other items up to the person doing the printing, which is most of the time her, and we get everything ready. We try to work it like a team and like a train, honest with you. But if it gets busy, we may not be able to keep these items down to 9 or 10. This last week was sort of a prelude to what's happened a lot of times, where we get 12 to 15 items, and that's just bare minimum a lot of times. And you're talking, you know, we got 4 sites now, and not counting the 5th one even, whatnot, which we don't hardly use. But guys, we've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 items that are going to go out today on, again, eBay, eBay Plus, and Poshmark. We've got, it looks like DVD, a game. No, that's a Blu-ray.
It's a Blu-ray. 2
Blu-rays, little kids' toys or girls' toy. We got a coin, and I don't know what that is.
What, the big cardboard box?
Yeah, Shawnee.
Platter.
A platter. Okay, so we got some items that we sell, but we don't always sell that often in here, because we don't have a lot of it listed. But it's going to be exciting for you guys. So, hey guys, I just wanted to say that little shout out there, like I said, to Lonnie and Candace. Thank you guys for sticking with us and answer me back because I was worried you wouldn't see it. But guys, I'm going to pass it off to Kathy, and Kathy will take over. Get ready for her.
Well, you know what? I may decide not to do it today, folks. Happy Monday, Madcap Toys here. You're back in the toy barn. I think he's pretty much got it all covered in a sermon there. But yeah, so again, we're going to talk about the 6 items here. But first of all, let's talk about the listing results. We are over $7,000 in listing.
Yeah.
And so we have at least a week, not quite a week and a half before we before the month's up, right? So I think we're going to easily get that $2,000 mark or more. So we're climbing very well. Again, it looks like we've gotten back down the last few days since we got back from our quick 2-day vacay. That, you know, we're listing a lot of $5.99, $6.99 items. So it
quite
takes
a few threes today.
It takes quite a bit to make the little, but we are putting on the items, so it's doing really well. I think maybe next month we can also try not as also as much putting the listing amount, but how many items along with that to see.
Right.
You know,
we may change things up a little bit.
Well, both. We
Yeah.
try to do both to see what we're coming up
Where
against.
we're going at.
Right.
Okay, you're basically wanting to see what we're putting in to what we're bringing out of it.
Right, like for instance, if we were doing it at the end of the day today, $7,031.70, and we listed 200 items from that, or whatever, however many items. So write down how many items you've put on that day and how much, and just keep adding it up throughout the month. So you have the total amount of money and how many items from that.
Oh, okay, okay. So like,
I think it clicked.
10 items, 10 items, and you put on $80. Let's
Right.
say. Okay.
Like last night, I put on 15, and I put up $51.84.
But
Doesn't sound like
that
a lot.
really stinks.
It doesn't sound like a lot, but when
No.
you're doing under $5 a piece, there's not
Right.
much you can do.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
So let's get right to it. Poshmark, I'm not going to pick it up and show it to you. It is breakable, but it is all sealed in a box, ready to go. All I got to do is slap a label on it. But let me show you in the picture, if I can, what it is. And I believe, again, I've got to look through this way. I think I don't have any more of them. But what was so peculiar is Poshmark said I only had one left, which is true. But eBay, after doing some reset, said I had 3 again. And so I decided, I told Daren at the office today, I'm just going to delete the entire thing.
Yeah.
And if I come to find it through our little escape way over here, then I will relist it and put it back on. But there was no way I was going to add or continue to have 3 listed
we don't want
if
to
I
have
don't
it
have
where we get
any.
another FUBAR moment.
Correct. So this isn't it beautiful? It's very designed very, very well. It has like a jungle
That's
effect,
cool.
right? And actually, I had probably a good 6 of them at one time, and I've sold them all out. So this is a sellout as long as I don't find another one. But this is the Opal House with Jungalow 14 by 10 stoneware scalloped oval serving platter. Great for design, no matter what time of year it is. And this one's going out to Crispy. Hi, Crispy. Thank you so much for $15 plus
Shipping to boot.
shipping to boot. Thank you so much for that. Again, all I have to do is slap a label on it, and it is ready to go out in the AM.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, and then let's move over to Madcap Toys Plus. Madcap Toys Plus had a listing come up, which is great. So Daren is continuing to sell his Blu-rays and DVDs. So this one came up. I actually made sure to tell him we have another Manchurian Candidate, but it is a different cover design. So I had to make sure that I was picking the right one. So to let him know, since this is new to us, if we just don't go by the title in our mind, we need to look at face value on our devices to make sure we're picking up the right one,
Right.
for sure. So this is from Madcap Toys Plus. This is the Manchurian Candidate Blu-ray, Frank Sinatra, Lawrence Harvey, Janet Leigh Blu-ray. And this one's going out to Benjamin. Hi there, Benjamin. Thanks so much. For $6.29
Awesome.
plus ship. So
Now, you know
medium
what?
A.
You and I remember when I bought those,
Mm-hmm.
we was debating. Oh, I hope these do good because you know we haven't had a whole lot of what do you want? History with Blu-rays. Now
No.
we've had some friends that say, "Oh, those are great," and then we've had some friends say, "Oh, they ain't worth nothing."
Right.
But you know we've done pretty good. Blu-rays, CDs, DVDs, you name it.
Right.
Even a few VHS. But I mean, I think it just depends upon the volume of the items you're putting out and the price point you're putting them at.
Right, exactly. I do agree with that. And this one, I actually already printed the label last night because I was upstairs printing another label for something else at the time. So I had to go through to the paid and shipped. But we're going back to the regular eBay now. This is the 1969S Washington Quarter Proof. It was found in Coin Album 1. They took advantage of the 12% off coupon at the regular Madcap Toys. Going out to Edward. Hey there, Edward. Thanks so much. For $8.98.
Awesome.
Really nice proof quarter.
Yeah.
Very good.
I wonder if he's putting that in an album or just keeping it as is.
That's a good question.
That's a good coin. It'd look good in a quarter album.
All right, and something that we had bought at one of the flea markets we attend every so many months. This is from the PJ Masks series. Don't know a lot about this one, really. Our granddaughters really didn't get into this one, so I don't know much about it. But I do know it was a a cartoon that they have watched in the last decade or so.
Yeah.
PJ Masks Nighttime Micros, Romeo's Lair, 8 pieces. It was found on Jordan Shelf 3, and she took advantage of the 12% off eBay coupon. Going out to Maria. Hey there, Maria. Thanks so much. For $19.95.
Awesome.
So 100% flip there. Very good. Going out to the AM. It's that time of year to sell those kind of wonderful toys for sure.
I can tell we're having a little bit of an uptick whenever eBay isn't shutting down, because it seems like people are buying bigger and larger priced items than what they do during the what do you want to call it, early summer, late fall.
It's true.
You know.
Now, when I looked at this at the office today, I could have swore it was a game, but it is not a game.
Yeah, I thought so too, if you remember just a second
ago. It is a Blu-ray disc, but it's in green instead of that blue.
Yep.
So this is the 2012 Blu-ray disc Whip It, Be Your Own Hero. I'm assuming this is a skateboarding kind of thing, perhaps. Really not sure. Got a helmet, etc. I don't know.
I've never seen it myself.
I don't know, but it looks really, really good in awesome condition for sure. And it was found on the Olivia 4 shelf. Going out to Salil. Hi, Salil. Thanks so much. And it sold for $6.14.
Awesome.
Very, very good. All right, and lastly, it just keeps coming up. Media today is Monday Media Madness,
and
right?
That's an announcement right there. I think this is the first time media's been half or more than of ourselves.
Yeah, usually we have a lot of a coin day, a lot of an action figure day, or doll day, or something, or a seasonal day, pallet item day. But today's the media, guys. The media's just been going out. Maybe because of the temperature change, the sudden fall in temperature soon down in the 50s. People are snuggling up more and watching some shows. This one here is the 2019 20th Century Fox X-Men Dark Phoenix DVD. It says DVD only on there, and it was. So we showed the inside, the outside, the upside down. And they didn't use a coupon, but they took advantage of a 20% off with coupon discount. And it's going out to Lanny. Hi there, Lanny. Thanks so much. For $6.98 plus
shipping to boot.
Shipping to boot.
Now, I can explain that because I sent out to those that have purchased off us in the last 90 days a 20% special offer for Madcap Toys store.
Okay, so was that the coupon, regular coupon?
That was a coupon that I sent out.
Ah, that's how it happened.
Okay. That we've got going.
But are they able to stack the reg?
No, they can't.
They cannot.
You can choose to use one or the other, but this was for those that have purchased off of us as a thank you for having bought off of us in the past over the last 90 days. And I'll probably do it again during the holiday time somewhat. We don't do it all the time, but we try to, every so often say thanks to some of our buyers.
Yeah, repeat buyers, they're what bring money to the bank, right? They're the people that keep coming and keep giving you the service. And if they keep you running, you want to keep them humming, especially with the coupons and the discounts, anything that we can do to keep them coming back in.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah. Now, question.
Yes.
You know that I have been taking pictures today of 45 LPs.
Okay, yes.
Okay. So, everyone that's listening to us now that loves records.
Right.
I've got various sizes. So keep an eye out for that because we are going to start posting some of them on. We have everything from Barbara Mandrell to Disney. We've got cassettes that I've just been working on a little bit here and there. I've also got some, I'm going to call them blank tapes, but it looks like some of them's been recorded upon. But we're going to just sell them out there in little lots.
That would be a good
where
idea.
people can take, and if they're still using cassettes or they're using whatever, they can use those over.
Right,
You know,
exactly.
so-
They could tape over them or just
So we got some
go from
exciting finds.
there.
And
Is
I
that a
also
thing?
got-
Can you sell pre-recorded
As far as
tapes?
I know, but I am going to double check my rules before I do it. But I'm pretty sure you can, because most of these are just people that's taken CDs and copied the sound onto a cassette, and they're basically probably putting their
So nothing that they did on the radio back in the day
No,
when
I
we
don't
used to
think it is.
listen to
I
the
don't
DJ.
because I haven't listened to it, right?
Right.
But I'm assuming, because the way they wrote it out looked like they wrote down from an album they have recorded,
Sure.
so they could take with it. Because like you know, a lot of people, my granny had 8-track tapes in her car.
Or for me,
Yeah.
cassette tapes, and you couldn't bring a record in your car, so
Yeah, so you had to
that.
do whatever you could do at the time to play the music you wanted to hear. But we've got that going on. And I also had a couple awesome finds that I've got that I just took photos of today. I found 2 mint sealed VHS tapes
Oh wow!
that's never been recorded on or had anything play, and they're still sealed.
That's nice.
I think one's Maxwell, and I can't remember who the other one is.
Panasonic, perhaps.
Yeah, it may be, but I mean, I was thrilled to find those in our little pile, because you know, those to me are almost gold.
Well,
They might not be worth
Yeah,
gold,
I
but
mean-
they're good.
well, me and my sister, like, yeah, my mom did the Columbia House thing for a while, and we picked our so many and
Yeah.
however for so much. But at Christmas time, we would even ask for a package of blank cassette
Yep.
tapes. She would use some of them as a stocking stuffer, so we could record whatever we wanted. To us, that was liquid gold,
That was
because
gold.
we could pick out the songs on the radio we wanted.
Well, do you remember? Now, I don't know how it was in New York. Up in Spring, Avoca, where I live.
Correct.
I remember my dad buying me, and I don't know, I've only seen him a couple of times. Not seen him since I grew up. I remember having a packet of cassettes, blank cassettes,
About
that would
4
be
or
like,
5.
yeah, 4, 5, 6, whatever it was, that was like that. My granny got me a pack of them. My dad would get me sets of them. And I would sit there and basically be my own DJ.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'd record the songs I loved, hopefully never catch the commercials. I hated that.
Oh, mine was so bad. You could
But,
tell.
I mean, you'd have your own, and you'd go in your car with your friends or their car, whoever's driving at the time, and you'd have the best music. You didn't need the radio, WBIW, you know,
Right.
or whoever it is, right, Q95. You didn't need them because you had the best hits right there.
Right.
But-
The only bad thing I had trouble with as a kid was the DJ would come back on right before the song, and you're listening to, it's like, ugh, you try to cut it out so you can hear it. And then you do the stupid thing, if you didn't get blank cassette tapes after a while from your parents, you found that new hip song, so you tried to tape over the one you didn't care for as much, and it kind of all went.
Yeah, one would be a little longer, a little shorter, so you eat into the
You
next
could tell,
song,
but
yeah.
ching, it was a
But
road
no,
trip.
I mean, we've got that going on. I've got a ton more of children's DVDs that's going to be going on. And Kathy, some of these are mint sealed. I put on
Nice.
at least 3 mint sealed DVDs today.
Good. Comp 12?
Yeah, well, I mean, they're not going to get anybody rich. Don't get me
No.
wrong. But I think the one I priced at was like $5.98 because I tried to be competitive, plus a little cheaper.
Right.
And I think the highest was $9.98.
Okay.
But it was something that just, it seemed like everybody wanted it.
Nice.
According to what I can see. So we may have a couple of hot sellers. I don't know how long it'll take. And if somebody makes an offer, you know how that works. We
Right.
usually go with it somewhat. But I mean, we've got some good items going on, and I'm really thrilled about those 45s.
Nice. Well, I'm excited to help list on those and continuing to put on clothing and things like that needs to kind of get out of that pile and into new things. And also, I took a while today and lowered a bunch of clothing that I had listed for a year plus that just weren't going at the prices I had it, to see if I can, by lowering it between 50 to 75% off, if I can get some bites.
Well,
there.
you know, our strategy was for a while to keep things on at the higher price for about a year and then begin to lower it. But we sort of fell behind with the reboot of our store.
It has,
so we had to adjust the prices more or less.
Well, it slowed
quicker.
down our death pile listing
Yeah.
too, which
Yeah,
kind of hurt.
it has.
But we are getting more and more organized. We're creeping that way, and like today, it was very easy to find these items.
Just
so
quick.
Worked out really well. I'm not going to hold you guys to it, but yes, we just want to show you just that little bit. As long as I've got a few to share each and every day, and as it increases, we're going to have videos, right? But that's all I've got, guys. Anything that you've got?
I think this is going to happen more as the holiday comes in. It'll probably slow back down after the mid part of January like usual, because, you know, people usually buy when they get their return money. So, you know, we're going to go with it as long as we can. I mean, if we only have 3 or 4 or 5 items, probably not. But they'll get honorable mentions, you know.
Absolutely. We'll do what we can do and how we do it. But guys, I'm not going to keep you. And until next time, bye-bye.
Bye-bye, everyone.